So this weekend was the founding conference of Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana's Your Party, and it's official.
Don't forget the gun fingers.
Gun fingers.
Your party is the name of your party.
Your party is called Your Party.
Yes, the party formerly known as Your Party is now currently known as Your Party.
I just want to say that when I spoke to Zara Sultana, we did a gig together in Bristol. She asked me, what do you think? And I said, Your Party, Zara. You have to call it Your Party. It's the best name.
Also,
anyway.
Everybody's been saying Your Party so often in the last sort of 3 or 4 months. It would have been crazy to not do that.
Well, I'm glad that in a democratic vote, common sense won. The other options were being floated were Our Party, the Popular Alliance, or For the Many. Any of those appeal to you?
K-pop Demon Hunters. Just pick the most popular thing in culture and just name it after that. The name of Your Party is Taylor Swift.
So anyway, let's just have a think about what's been going on with Your Party. Getting to this point.
Do we have to?
I feel like we should.
We should. Obviously, we will. It's just, getting here has been pretty torturous. There's been public fallouts, furious posts on social media. So this conference was Your Party's big moment to put all of this behind them. Chance for a fresh start and to decide on a name and governing structure for a party that Zara Sultana has said could one day run the government.
But, sorry to say, in usual fashion, it got off to a chaotic start, with Sultana refusing to attend on Saturday in solidarity with delegates expelled for links to other parties.
The big fight of the weekend was on this leadership model. So it seems that Zara Sultana's wing of the party came out ahead of the Corbynistas, with members narrowly voting to choose collective leadership over that of a single leader by the cursed ratio of 52 to 48%. I don't think I'll ever... Yesterday, I was watching a football match and the team's possession percentages were 52 and 48. And when that stat flashed up on the screen, I did get a shudder.
So how will collective leadership work? Well, from what we understand, this means Your Party will be led by members on a new central executive committee with MPs barred from the top roles. This committee will make the big decisions around the party's management and strategy, with a chair, deputy chair and spokesperson in charge of public leadership. Here's what Zara Sultana made of the decision.
And today we will finalise the structures of a party that belongs to its members, not to MPs, not to donors, not to nameless, faceless, unelected bureaucrats, but you, its members.
So look, it's clear that she's making a sort of not particularly veiled attack on Jeremy Corbyn and his allies, who she clearly blames for the dramas of the last few months. As for dual membership, so this is the question of whether Your Party members can be members of Your Party and also a member of a previously approved political party, so one that the kind of Your Party steering committee has recognised as a political party. Zara Sultana actually won there as well, under the slogan of "The witch hunt must end," with a massive margin of 69% to 31%. So Your Party members are also going to be able to be members of other political parties.
So, is this a new chapter for Your Party? The start of building something new, as Sultana hopes? Or will a collective leadership model in a party that struggles with infighting trip them up from the get-go?
This is not a hugely significant football match in my life. It's just what I did last night, okay? So the football match with the 52 to 48% ratio was Spurs-Newcastle. And that game ended 2-2 and it was resolved by, I think, the worst overhead kick I've ever seen go in.
Okay, this is going somewhere, this anecdote.
Sergio Romero basically shinned an overhead kick. I've sort of never seen an overhead kick is an intrinsically impressive skill. But somehow it sort of still looked ridiculous and bad. The whole of this Your Party conference feels like a shinned overhead kick.
Okay,
like they've got it over the line. Somehow everyone managed to look undignified in the process of it getting over the line. But they've got it over the line. The party has a name, it has a leadership structure.
Listen.
Are we counting this as a win?
First of all, shinned overhead kick should be the name of the party.
I would urge people, even if you have no interest in football, it's sort of it's quite a freak goal that went in yesterday.
Look, I'm choosing hope, right? And part of it, look, I accept that I'm a little bit biased. I've got a lot of friends who are really excited about this Your Party. And don't get me wrong, they have their reservations. And one friend texted me from the conference being like, as expected, it is total chaos. But nonetheless, they have understood that there is a space for a new party. And there is a part of me, and I'm sort of conflicted as I even say this, how much I believe it or not. But there is a sense that being within the political machine, if you want to call it that, has a corrosive effect. That Westminster is detached from the people, right? And so actually they've been not responsive enough in terms of things like cost of living because actually they don't experience that firsthand. They've become insulated in this weird old building that's all oak panelled and quite grand, and it's all quite strange. In a way, the fact that they have this committee where they will not become part of the political machine, I do wonder, could that potentially lead to different outcomes? Could that potentially lead to different ways of thinking? Could it make them more exciting down the line? So I'm remaining hopeful that actually something interesting is happening, something innovative is happening, and there is potential there. It remains to be seen about whether that potential is grasped and whether they are able to actually implement stuff out of that potential. But at this moment in time, I'm not denying the potential. I think it is still there.
I would like the Labour Party, I would like the Green Party, and I would like your party to discuss more openly where electoral pacts are going to be made, okay? Because let me tell you, the other side of the political spectrum is thinking about that already. The Guardian, this morning, as we record on Wednesday, has run a story that Nigel Farage has been telling donors that he expects Reform to do an election deal with the Tories. Now, we should note that Farage and the Conservative Party have both denied these claims. But the Guardian and the Financial Times are claiming that Reform donors have told Farage that they are expecting his party to join or make a deal with the Conservative Party. Denials notwithstanding, that is my big personal fear in politics because I'm a huge fan of narrative resolution. And the narrative resolution of 21st century British politics is that the Conservative Party facilitates Nigel Farage in becoming the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And regardless of what they're saying publicly, we have seen, particularly in the 2019 election, the fact that Reform and the Conservative Party, when it is convenient and politically expedient for them, can set aside their differences and work together. And I need to hear more of that from every single progressive political party. The Labour Party, your party, the Green Party, the Liberal Democrats and the SNPs. I need to hear more conversation about cooperation and coalition. We need to hear that from Sinn Féin. We need to hear that from across the political spectrum as it sort of sits in the United Kingdom right now. We need to hear that from Plaid Cymru. We need to hear progressive parties talking about how, where there are similarities in policy and where there are areas and possibilities for electoral cooperation, they are going to take them. That is absolutely essential because I'm telling you that when it comes to the punch, the far right and the centre right have proved themselves to be very, very adept at cooperation over the course of the 21st century, okay? So I need to hear more of that from all of these political parties. And I think the thing that I really welcome here is the fact that your party has voted to allow people to be members of two political parties.
Yeah, no, I think that's really, really important and something that should be celebrated. We've also talked over the course of this show in probably more refined words than I'm going to choose now, but essentially a lot of how Britain has been going in terms of politics, we're choosing the fuck you button, basically.
Yeah.
And that is dominating it. And I think that sometimes
it's global politics. We're not
we're not alone in that. We choose fuck you. That's what we choose. And we need to see progressives leading by example and not choosing the fuck you button. And I get that there is a sense from I won't name any. From the leaders, they don't want to say that they would work with X, Y, Z because they want to tap into people's desire to say "fuck you" to Keir Starmer or "fuck you" to whoever it might be. And I just feel like on this podcast, let's leave. There's no "fuck yous" here, right? Yeah. We're not doing no "fuck you" buttons anymore.
I've said it before. We are the progressive broad church or fat mosque. That is the way that we set ourselves up.
Fat mosque.
We are the fat mosque.
You should be careful about saying that because Robert Jenrick's going to think it's a fatwa or something and it's going to be a problem for us.
We are the wide temple. We are the outsized Gurdwara.
Yes. Fat with a PH, yeah? Because it's very good. But yeah, no, I would love to see that. I would love to see leaders moving forward into 2026 turning over this new leaf and saying, actually, you know what? I am happy to say I don't agree with this person here, and here, but for the sake of our country and the sake of our future, we will work together, because they expect voters to do it all the time. I mean, how many voters have really voted for a party and believed in 100% of it? Of course not. We vote because at the time you make a kind of calculation in your mind about will it be okay. I think we should expect that from everyone else.
Just be thinking about it, because I'm telling you, your political opponents are thinking about it.